Good morning. It's time for Comics and Coffee with Cliff. Look, I've got George from the 757 Hustle Show with me this morning, and I am drinking water because I've had enough coffee this weekend to fertilize an entire island. So, George, good morning. How are you?
Buenos dias, everybody. I have my coffee. You told me it was a coffee show. I had to run out this morning, go get coffee, grind it, brew it.
My tummy, like Jeff called it. My tummy says, no, baby, no, you're not doing a coffee show this morning. You're not doing
no coffee for you.
Yeah, you're gonna have some water, and we're gonna go slow. We're gonna go slow. That's what it told me. All right, everybody, you know the deal. We'll be back right after this message. We are doing 2 giveaways today, so get ready for a whole bunch of shit. We're gonna do a duck race. We're gonna do things. It's gotta be freaking great. But it is February, so it's a whole new month, and this month's theme is Catwoman and Black Cat, the 9 Lives to Lose. So I'll be posting more about that. But the same thing, I'm trying to hit my goals for the food pantry. As always, I should change it to January, but same things. If we hit 100 by the end of the month, members, I'm going to throw in a slab for you guys, and it's going to be great. Same structure. We're to keep this going. I really appreciate you. We did hit our January goal, which is wonderful. So I super appreciate that. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's going to buy a lot of body wash for people who really need it, because that is not a common item, and these places need that. Also, if you wish to support the channel, head over to BCW and check them out. Use Cliff Comics to get 10% off your order and help support my channel. And with all of that, George is here, my man. I was on your show Friday. You're here this Sunday. I appreciate you. And you do have a little announcement of yourself that you brought with you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so for those who don't know who I am, what's up, everybody? My name is George from the 757 Hustle Show. We do pop culture, entertainment, and news, and a lot of stuff coming up. We've been working on going weeknights, Monday through Friday. It's been working out for us. Mondays, we do movies, reaction chambers, and Tuesdays, we cover toys on Got Them Toys. Wednesdays, new comic book day, so it's my issues, and we got to deal with that. Thursdays, getting ready for He-Man and the He-Man movie. We're calling it Chronicles of Grayskull. And Friday, man, Friday's a free for all, man. Basically a hang. We wrap up the week. We had Cliff with us, and it's been growing. So check it out, the 757 Hustle Show. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because sometimes I might just jump on in the middle of the day just to do something. So you don't want to miss it on that. Awesome. Thank you for having me here.
Hey, thank you for being here. And of course, as usual, I'm looking at things that do not work. How dare they? I'm like, no, I'm being betrayed by technology over and over. Oh my God. All right. We're going to do a hashtag for today, and we'll get back to.
I got my coffee.
All right. I'm going to run this. Cliffy is going to be it for the subscriber giveaway. And so the subscriber giveaway will include the Transformers. This Transformer slab.
Ooh.
And it'll include some really cool books as well. So I am looking for.
Nice. That's very nice. It's very generous. I haven't given anything out yet. I need people to watch the show. I need people to watch the show before I give something out.
Well, I was gonna say, but George, it's a delicate game, right? You advertise you're giving something away, so then people are going to tune in, but you don't want people tuning in just because you're doing giveaways.
Yeah. And then the stuff I get to give away, I end up keeping it. I'm like, I like this.
Well, you can't do that. You can't be. All right, George, let me pull up my questionnaires for you. Unfortunately, I don't know. We'll see. I got a whole bunch of things. Where the hell are my questions for George? All right. I had some good ones. Oh my
Give
God.
It to me, baby.
Dude, I want you to know, we were talking about ChatGPT earlier. ChatGPT may have recreated you as an entity, because I have drilled it with so much George information to try to to try to like make a situation where we have like a good conversation, and it basically it's like this man loves He-Man.
Oh damn, yeah.
But I did pick a theme for today, right? The theme for today was, what was it? Is it still worth it? Is that what I went for? Oh, what actually holds up? There we go. What holds up? All right. So, sir, stuff from our childhood. What holds up?
What holds up? Off the bat, of course, what still holds up? You just Transformers. Transformers and Ninja Turtles has always been around since the beginning they came out. You know what I'm saying? Every generation has their Transformers. Every generation has their Ninja Turtles. Superheroes, they've always been around, but they became more popular once the movies came out with Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man.
Yeah.
So they've been always around, but they weren't really that popular and accepted. But Ninja Turtles, every generation's got their turtles, and every generation still got their Transformers.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Pokemon stayed.
Pokemon stayed.
Yu-Gi-Oh stayed. You know, Beanie Babies did not make it.
No.
You know,
and like you said,
did not make it.
Like you said, I'm a fan of the Motu and He-Man, right?
Yes.
Huge property, huge IP. Basically kicked off some of the biggest toy crazes in the 80s, but then fizzled out. It's always been there. I feel, and it's been told, it's Barbie's little cousin. I call He-Man Barbie's little cousin.
And you know what's really funny is they passed the blame around, right? And some people was like, oh no, they introduced She-Ra and that ruined it because now girls were like, oh, I have the power too, right? But other people were like, no, you didn't re-release the original figures. You released all the movie figures and didn't have a classic He-Man or a classic Skeletor. Yeah. And when you think about it, that trash, and I mean the movie's like fun trash, like don't get me wrong, it has a plot, I enjoy it, I still watch it. But I mean that Canon Films disaster, okay, and the toy line just dragged it down with it, which is just insane. It's when you read about how that movie went down, it's amazing that movie is even as good as it is.
Yeah, supposedly the last fight scene was just one guy holding a flashlight, and the director asked these guys, "Hey, can you make the sound effects for us?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, they just had it was that Doom with the boom light or whatever.
Flashing like this.
He was doing, and the two of them are just there. But dude, it's crazy how when you have to work with restraint, like how beautiful it comes out.
Some people might say that's called acting. You know what I'm saying? When they're making the sound effects themselves.
I'm getting a lot of solid commercials in my feed. That's a good development. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I mean, is it real stuff? Is AARP finally supporting me? You know? Because
I'm in trouble.
AARP isn't just for 55 and older anymore. You could join even at 18 to take advantage of many of their services. And even now,
mention Cliff on Comics for your 10% coupon for AARP.
Right, exactly. Oh my god! Actually, I'm really nervous about the monetization thing because like I don't want it to overwhelm people. And like I usually try to turn it off before I go live, but obviously today I've missed it a few times. So I'm trying to do better, everybody. I really am. I'm sorry, but also that's cool to know that I'm getting better ads. Rather than just like, have you played Military Groundhog?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, let's not do that. Christina Payne, thank you as usual. You're amazing. You know, oh look, it's Five Guys. JSS, you're amazing too. Thank you. I got movie commercials. Oh my goodness, that's shocking. All right, sir. Back to our questions. Holy cow! I really put in like everything I could about you. I was like, help me with this.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, it was funny. So yeah, it's funny what holds up over time, what doesn't. Like I mentioned, like Webkins didn't hold up, Beanie Babies didn't hold up. Like people reflect on them, but like they didn't like hold up. And obviously ones. There's key collectibles, right? And then, but like that's it. I don't know. Do you think do you think a lot of the 80s stuff holds up because, you know, it was like that, it was that crossover between the baby boom generation and Gen X?
I feel our generation is the full hardcore collector generation, the nostalgia generation. I'm pretty sure people collect this stuff before our generation. Like, you know, if you grew up in the 70s, I'm pretty sure there was collectors that collected Planet of the Apes and whatever was around prior. But I think our generation, because of conventions growing, people opening up comic book stores and toy shops and everything, I think our generation became the hardcore collectors. I don't know if I'm wrong about that, but I feel that's what our generation is, and I think that's why we're the most nostalgic, because the
We are.
generation after us, yeah, the
Yeah,
generation after us is all into video game generation.
I mean, there's some of that, but like, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like we have a lot of overlap with millennials, and then it dwindles off right after that. And I don't know, man. There's like so much stuff, and like, you know, and I appreciate the nostalgia for like the things we grew up with, but I'm like, did we learn anything from the things we grew up with? I was like, everybody loved Captain Planet. I'm like, we're destroying the planet still. We didn't
Yeah,
learn nothing.
we have not learned. Captain Planet lost that war. You know,
That poor Captain Planet.
I heard he's coming back to Netflix. I heard they're bringing him back.
Najee, happy birthday, and you'll be on next week, sir.
Happy birthday!
Look at that, everybody, get throwing up.
Just remember, man, if he invites you to the show, there's no coffee on the show. You got to bring it yourself. He lied to me.
I don't even know if Najee is a coffee drinker. You know, I'm like, there is coffee on this show. Just like today, I couldn't handle it. My tummy was like, no. My tummy was like, no, bitch, not today. Not today. All right. So is there something that you thought you were going to love forever from your childhood that now just doesn't do anything for you?
When it comes to pop culture, I would say that with music, more with music than the toys and the pop culture stuff we grew up. Like I would say, I'll give an example. There's a band, and I love these guys when they came out in '89. I have all their albums, seen them, and now when I listen to them, I'm like, now I know why the older people back in the day were complaining about them. I don't like the singer's voice anymore. Like, damn, they let this guy sing like this on the album. You know, I'm older. I'm mature. You learn. You learn. You know, like when you're growing up, you're like, this is the best hot dog ever. And then you get older, you're like, oh, this is a steak. You know the difference. You know what I'm saying? So I like the band set up behind you, bro. It makes me wish I still had it. Thank you, man. Definitely. That's why you got to stop by the channel. I just got, for the musicians to know, I just got a board. We're going to be, back in the day, I used to do this on Facebook before I came to YouTube. And we just moved here. So that's my drummer's kit back there, and we all play. And we stream from here, the live band practices, and we do shows from here. So definitely keep a lookout. I'm a musician also. I love music. I love pop culture, comic books, toys, everything. I love talking. That's why I made myself the singer in the band. But there's stuff I don't know. And my problem is when it comes to these things, we didn't have the internet back then. So once we get in the internet, we just like, I'm watching the same commercials I watched when I grew up. It's basically reliving all my pop culture childhood on YouTube and reabsorbing everything within minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen all the Star Wars movies. I've seen all the Marvel movies. But can I go back and sit there and be like, I'm going to rewatch it again? No, because I need more. I need to more of different things. And then I just watched this clip of Kermit the Frog hosting the Tonight Show back in '79. I didn't know that existed. You know?
You're like, when did
it was
that
great.
happen?
Yeah, he was in '79. Him and Fozzie filled in for Johnny Carson. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. There's like so much that I get distracted. I don't linger too much. Oh, my precious Beanie Baby, or my precious Motu figures. Well, I'm a collector, but I open my shit. I'm a comic book collector, but I open and read my comic books. You know what I'm saying? I'm a musician, but I write my own songs. I'm not in a cover band, you know? So everybody's got their different path, but definitely I would say music for me sometimes doesn't hold up the way I thought it did. If that makes sense to anybody.
No, it makes perfect sense. There's lots of stuff that I remember listening to, and now I'm just like, huh. You know, but there's some things that live in my brain forever. Like Amber, this is your night. Like that's it. Like I don't care. Every time I hear this is your night, dancing free until the morning light. Like every time I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm young again for 5 seconds with Amber. And you know, or all that old oh my God, what was that like? What was it? House music or tech? I don't remember. Everything.
Yeah. It was called house. It was called tag. Right?
Yeah, but like no, but the other one, like like you're my dream boy.
Yeah. Diamond girl, you make me feel. You're my freestyle.
And I've seen these people live. Like I've seen them live. Like, and I'm just like, okay. Oh, I saw what's her name. Oh my God, she was live. Like I saw her like almost 20 years ago at a Christmas party, singing "I Still Believe." Well, I can't remember. Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, she's got it, baby. She's got it. And my friend's cousin got Edie Chacon to show up for his kid's bar mitzvah. And I was like,
Edie Chacon, baby.
Edie Chacon. Yo,
oh my God.
There's no shame in her game. She's like, book me for whatever, baby. Bar mitzvahs.
Edie Chacon is our Latina Dolly Parton. For those,
is it her? Is it her or is it Charo?
I love Charo. It's funny you mentioned her, but Charo's from Spain, right? Charo's from Spain. Yeah, she's from Spain.
I think she is, but Charo, she did the entire Spanish circuit. There was no shame in her game. Mexico, Argentina, Ecuador. Charo's like, I'm there, baby. I'm there.
And for those who don't know, Charo was huge. Back in the day, you would see her on the Love Boat and all that stuff. Beautiful, beautiful woman. She still looks amazing.
Yep.
She was always doing the joke, "Coochie, coochie, coochie." That was, that was like her tagline.
Coochie, coochie, coochie.
Yeah, coochie, coochie. Yeah, she was always every TV show back in the day. You saw her, but she is amazing. I never knew this until I was an adult. She is an amazing musician. You watch her playing flamenco, classical guitar. Holy crap! Yeah, I actually found her on Instagram. And I just watch her play her acoustic. Yeah. I'm like, damn it.
When you go back,
then she gets up and she's like,
yeah. When you watch the clips from the Love Boat, you're like, oh shit. She was really doing it.
Yeah. We need another Love Boat. That show is the best. Famous people, famous TV stars falling in love.
Guest star after guest star. Yeah, actually, you know what's really messed up? You know how a lot of reality people want to become actors? We should make a Love Boat and like that could be their test pilot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you really want to act this week? Nathaniel Kardashian makes his debut on the. Who the fuck is Nathaniel Kardashian? Nathaniel Kardashian makes his debut on the.
Exciting, and you come aboard.
I make fun. Hey, good morning, Mr. Spock. Good morning. All right. So, what is something that you feel has held up better than you remember from childhood?
Better than I remember. That's a good one. I guess something this is weird. I'm gonna go back and say this again, and it's just because to me I feel it's like Marvel, DC, and these guys are the third ones. Ninja Turtles, and I'll tell you why. It's because of their world building.
Yep.
As a kid, I'm like, oh, Ninja Turtles, the toys, whatever, right? Then you get older, they have a whole universe. You know what I'm saying? And then if you watch not the first series is it's a lot more kiddie. The second series and even the third one, it's just world building. And then I go back and I'm like, hey, I never watched this when it first came out. And then it makes me want to go back and read the books more. I'm like, oh shit, what is Dimension X? What is this? What is this? All these dinosaurs. So I feel that I got reintroduced to the Ninja Turtles through the cartoon. You know what I'm saying? They're at season 5. They're in outer space and all this shit. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I know the original stories where they're in the sewers and the bad guys and all that stuff, the regular guys. But now, because of the fact they build this huge world in Ninja Turtles, and I'm not saying I'm a Ninja Turtle nut, but this is something I'm like, oh, look at that. I want to go check that out now. So I think Ninja Turtles is because Transformers is the same. Transformers is the same in every generation. You got Decepticons, you got Autobots, you just twist the story around. You know what I'm saying? And there's not too much world building besides changing the robot's name or whatever. But here, you got different alien races. It's just like Marvel. You got alien races. You got, just people who work for the government that are after them. So I got surprised when I realized how much better the Ninja Turtles lore is once you deep dive into it.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's weird.
So I'll tell you something funny about the Ninja Turtles lore. I don't remember what season I watched, but it had to be one of the later years, and I think it was Nickelodeon. And the turtles are like in 3D, and that worm from Dimension X is coming through, and April and what's his name are battling Krang and trying to close the gate, and they send the worm through the gate and they close it, and at the very end it cuts to the original animation, and the worm comes out into New York, and the original turtles are there, and they're like, oh snap, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, I actually love the episode. I'm like, this is one of the best things ever. And then later on, they crossed over all the generations of turtles using the interdimensional thing. And they're like, oh, well, this happened and that happened. And then they all met each other. And you had the 2D guys and the 3D guys and the Space Rangers. And I was like, looking at each other.
They even had the original. They even had the original black and white versions of them from the comic book. I remember that episode.
They were like going up, and they all had the red band.
Yeah, and they're all mean. Yeah, they're all mean. They're like, we walk the night. They're all talking like Batman and shit. Yeah. It was awesome. And then you had the ones from the 80s, the first ones, and they're like, come on, we're gonna go fight. And they're throwing garbage cans, not using their weapons. And the other turtles are like, what the hell are you guys doing? They're like, cowabunga. Yeah, good stuff, man. You see, that's what I'm saying. It's so yeah, they're like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Throwing a garbage can. They want pizza. But yeah, man, definitely check out those. If you need something to get into, man, a lot of seasons, a lot of lore, a lot of story.
That's fantastic. It really is. Oh my god, I love the Ninja Turtles talk. I do want to go back to something since I talk about things that age better. Matt saw me over on Aussieverse last night, and we interviewed Paul Levitz, and he's like, seeing you talk to him yesterday. The cooler thing than talking to Paul Levitz was seeing you talk to him. Happy to be there with you guys. So I love Paul Levitz. His Legion of Superheroes like co-raised me. I love this run, and like this is so I started rereading this past year, and it is better than I remember because I can appreciate so much of what's going on more as an adult. And like last night, at one point, I'm trying to ask one question, and instead I turn into Chris Farley. I was like, when you were working on it, you like the Universal project was so good. You made Universal into awesome. And you brought in Star Wars, and then you had that whole thing where you had the Secret Legionnaires going after Time Trapper, and that was just amazing. And oh my God, the lesbian relationship of Lightning Lass and Shrinking Violet, like it was just beautiful. And my question is, did you have fun doing that? Like I was just like, what the fuck is my question? I was just like, oh my God.
It's funny. It's funny no matter. Me too, man. You fan out sometimes, and it's just having a simple conversation with somebody that's famous or not famous. It's just you fan out because somebody else relates to the same thing you like, So
yeah, and of course for him it was just a job, and it was cool, and he liked being there. But like it's not the highest paying gig in the world, and he had a family to support, and the only one of his kids who liked what he did now works on movies, which is awesome. Everybody else went on to do different things. So that was great to know. So again, please go to Aussieverse, go check out our interview with Paul Levitz. It was really fun. It was interesting. He's got some humor, but he's like a dry guy. So like I am warning you with that, but I feel like the information he was giving was really good. I also asked him about, did he actually say, I had heard he said that he doesn't want Warner Brothers to have eyes on DC because it would be a problem. And then, of course, I said, did you really say that? Or I heard you said that and how it came to fruition. He goes, okay, for the record, people have said that I said that. I never said that. So that was like really great. It was a good time. But yeah, like I'm reading that series. I want everyone to read Legion of Superheroes Volume 3. He took Superboy's friends and elevated them into intergalactic space drama. Like, you've got Earth, the United Planets, you've got politics, you've got betrayal, you've got spies, mind control, disinformation, everything ahead of its time. The Universal project is ahead of its time. Universo, manipulating people, brainwashing people, controlling the Legion situations, dousing misinformation. All of that is just shockingly brilliant.
Get your today.
So here's a fun fandom question for you. Has collecting changed for you over time? And do you think you're collecting more stuff, or have you gotten a little more centered?
I've walked away from collecting, and it's just because of what's going on in my real life. At points, you're moving, starting a family, and sometimes you just like I collected comic books and toys growing up, and then there gets to a time where I go to Toys R Us or back when Toys R Us were around, or we're in any store, or Walmart, whatever. I'd walk towards the toy section, walk up and down the toy section just to see what's going on. Or I used to buy like Wizard. Like I used to buy Wizard magazine because before the internet, this is how I kept up on what was going on with everything. I couldn't afford buying 20 books a month. Buying 20 books a month, between DC, Image, Marvel. This was like in the late 80s and 90s. I couldn't do that. Buy Wizard magazine and then buy stuff for my band and then buy toys and then try to go out. You had to, like you said, you had to center your budget. You had to center your budget. But collecting could be crazy. Collecting could be crazy. And I tell you why. I know a lot of people, I say it's like if you have an addiction or whatever, gambling is like the worst addiction. If you do substances or you drink, you do it until you pass out, right? Gambling, you do it until you're either broke or you win it back. So collectors, I know a lot of people that they get into it. My cousin Nick, I love cousin Nick, but Nick got back into G.I. Joe again. Now Nick is buying every freaking G.I. Joe. I need the little pistol from the guy that came out in '86 from the mail away, and it's $40, and some guy in Anchorage has it, and I got to make a deal. It gets too obsessive like that. I like collecting stuff that I never had when I was a kid, or stuff that I broke as an adult. I mean, stuff like I never had it or whatever. But I'm not a completist. I guess some people are. I need every issue. I need every variant. I need every version. But it's weird, man. It's like a different path you take. But for me, I'm centered. Because if I don't, I go and blow all my shit. I blow my whole paycheck on a Friday. And then I find out I bought 5 fucking variants. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh my God. I hate myself. I hate myself when it's variants. When I blow hard, I really want to be like, this is great.
See, back in the day, people don't know this. Back in the day, you'd run into a lotto shop store, a candy store, or 7-Eleven, whatever it was, you get your comic books, and it was off the rack like this. So I go in there and I'd be like, oh, look at this Captain America book, and I just grab it. I wouldn't look at the number, the issue, whatever. I see a different cover. I don't have that cover. I don't have this issue. And then I go home and it's a fucking variant. And I'm like, fuck. I just paid $1.25 in the 80s, and that was a lot of money in the 80s for a kid. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, but there was almost never a variant back then, though.
Oh yeah, no, they had them.
Yeah, well, no,
they weren't. Yeah,
they were really like second printings. Like for instance, if that probably would have happened to you if it was Marvel Super Action, Marvel Triple Action, Marvel Tales, like that's where it would get you.
Yeah. There was stuff back then that was coming out that had different covers, and it was like in the late '90s because I precisely remember I used to drive home from New York City to Manhattan. I'm sorry, I used to drive home from Manhattan back to Long Island when I worked with my dad. So there was a place we would stop before we drive through an hour traffic on the LIE. I would run in and grab books and grab drinks and stuff like that. So I would always snatch books from the same place before we got on the expressway. But then I get in the van, I'm like, fuck. I have this issue at home. I'm like, fuck. Like, I just paid 3 comic books. I'm gonna have to pull them out. I'm gonna do this segment one day of back in the day. Now it literally says variant on the covers. Now it literally says variant number 5 out of 7. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you now. Back then, you'll have different freaking covers and just like the main title out there.
Why do I have such little recollection of this? But like I do remember early 2000s for sure that was happening.
Yeah, that's when it became very extreme. Yeah, very common. Like when it became a thing. Oh, people like variants, so let's start making variant covers. But back then, it wasn't a lot. Back then, it would be just a different cover, and that's it. And it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot, but it did happen. It did happen because I remember getting freaking pissed off as hell, saying, "Shit, I got this book already."
All right, folks. There's supposedly 20 of you watching, but I only have 4 entries in the giveaway. So I hope y'all are doing this right. I hope it's going well.
Get in that giveaway. Get in that giveaway. Come on, man.
I see people putting it down. So I'm just wondering.
Dun, dun, dun.
By the way, personal question, George. How do you feel about like the new live stream thing where you could do both vertical and horizontal? Like, do you feel weird about it?
You know what? It don't feel weird, but I got to learn about it because a lot of people like that, right? A lot of people like just to view. We're old school, so we like widescreen, right? A lot of people like the vertical, and I see that.
I just feel like we're missing something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I know it's just weird. But it's like you can't make every happen. Like Matt was talking the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't gotten a microphone yet." And I was thinking, it's just like it's not that your content sucks, but as a content creator, you know, you want to have a good mic, you want to have a good lighting. It's not because you want to be the best, because some people are into that. I don't want to watch this dude if I can hear the noise behind him. I don't want to watch this dude if I could barely see him in the light and shit like that. So I don't know, man. It's like going back to collecting. Everybody's got a different thing, and you got to try to find a balance to make yourself sane and appease everybody at the same time. Because we're performers. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't want nobody to listen to us. We would still do it, but we only do it for you to listen.
Yeah. Well, you know, I said that oh my God, last week, where I said, you know, if no one were watching, would I do this? And I was like, yeah, I would absolutely be doing Comics and Coffee with Cliff, even if nobody were watching. I would just make the videos.
Yeah.
And I hope one day somebody enjoys this.
Yes, because comic book people love talking about comic books, even though nobody's listening. That's been our curse since the beginning of time.
I think more people are interested in listening now, which is good. You know.
Yes.
I just
and it's all how you present it. It's all how you present it. You know.
Yeah. All right. And Dante, it's Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. I hope you got your box yesterday, man. I hope you got it. And look, Christina's like, I'd still be here. I love you, Christina. Thank you. Spock like Marvel over DC. All right, everybody. We are gonna do the all right, I'm gonna give y'all 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4,
3, 2, 1, go. Oh shit! And I just mailed you a box. Oh my God, Dante. Congratulations.
All right,
Dante. So you are getting the beloved and sought after, and I'm sorry that I handled this not as great as I wanted to, but you're getting that Skybound number 7 of Transformers that I picked up from Bleecker in my Canada. Not yet, but everything is ice, so hopefully it's just like, okay, good, because you know, it looks like I'll be sending another box, and of course, along with that, you're gonna get a few. Where's my box? Where's my other box? I'm like, what's going on? What's going on over here?
What's in the box?
It is what's in the box. All right, we're gonna send you some. We're going to send you some comics.
You get to pick any slab off of that back wall within the next 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, they didn't pick. Sorry. next.
no. I would never.
Welcome to Clip Slabs.
That's a whole different show.
Yeah, that's on OnlyFans.
Do you have a lot of slabs, sir?
No, I only have one, and I just got it from the the Comics Curing Cancer auction. I got my first slab from them.
Okay.
Slabs are a new thing, man. I don't know. It's a new, but I'll tell you what, though. After getting my first one, after getting my first one, I'm like, I like the feel of them. Now I know why people get them. I got my first one from at the auction. I was trying to help support. I was trying to help support the cause. Like I said, this is my first one, whatever. And but I like them now. So once you put these in a slab, you can't reopen them.
I mean, you can crack them open, but like that's not the recommended thing.
But you break the slab. The slab is like cracked and broken.
Exactly. All right, Dante, you're getting these connecting covers by Tyler Kirkham.
Nice.
You're getting this. I wish I could remember who this artist is, but this is the Unknown Comics red band variant. And ooh. I love Massafera, so you're getting the Massafera Wolverine. And I also don't know who did this one, but this is again another store variant for Cosmic Ghost Rider #2 featuring Silver Surfer.
Nice.
So
nice win.
So all of those magical things are going together into your next box that I now will ship. I now will be shipping again to you. Oh my Lord! I'm probably gonna just have a second tier to my channel for anybody who wants to help with shipping costs.
Crazy.
Now keep shopping for BCW, everybody. Oh my goodness! So congratulations, Dante! Awesome. Later on we're gonna do the membership later on. I got the wheel of names for the membership.
Wheel of names, nice.
Yeah. So
stuff going on here. No coffee, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, right. Exactly. The wheel of names.
The wheel of names.
How did you do that so fast?
Viagra.
I'm assuming you had Wheel of Names loaded in there already.
I had loaded it 3 hours ago. It takes 3 hours prior.
But I was gonna say, don't you like? I got my little logo in there and everything.
That's awesome, man. This is professionalism here, man.
I don't know, but I try. So anyhow, sir, it's time for the homework assignments. Homework assignment number 1 was a recent book, and so that means it's time for the pullout.
Love that name. Love that name.
Are you ready?
Oh, okay. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to start with?
Book of the week. Recent
book of the week. Okay, so right off the rack. Like I said, let me start off. For those that know, I had just moved into this place, so little by little, I started taking out my old books, started recollecting again, going back to the local comic book shops, physically going into the store and picking stuff up. So, so when I was in the store just this last Wednesday, brand new, Amazing Spider-Man #1 annual. Let me try to get the glare off of there. Sorry, my bad. Let me find the spot. Anyway, I got this book right off the rack, and I'll tell you why I liked it. I like the artwork. The artwork got me. And I'm like, I haven't picked up a Spider. You know what? Let me switch to the other camera real quick, if you don't mind. There's probably less glare. You can still hear me?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So yeah, I picked up Spider-Man #1. Really cool artwork. I said, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the Spidey world. Come on, focus. There we go. Just put it up there. So that was pretty good. What artist?
But I mean, that's a Delato color right off the bat.
Yeah. So I got that. So that's off the bat. And you had asked me 5 books with a theme.
Yes.
Okay, 5 books with a theme. Like I said, a lot of my stuff is still in storage. And on the channel, I've been taking out all my original books and rebagging them. So So I'm a big fan of teams in books. So my theme is teams, right? You got the heroes return when with the Avengers, right?
Yes, love it. George Perez, that is
Yep.
all the way.
Uh-huh. Here you go. I'm a big fan of super. This is my original book from back in the day too. This was a great book from the kind of superpowers. Toys and the cartoons got me into comic books. So seeing the toy logo on the comic book with the original Super Friends, they're called Super Friends when we were kids, but they're the Justice League. We all know that. So love it with the classic artwork and stuff like that. I mean, you can see how beat up this thing has this thing has been around the world with me. So this book right here.
That's amazing.
Love teams. So I don't know, spoilers. So when this book came out right after
Heroes Reborn.
Onslaught. Right after
Yeah,
Onslaught.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So a new group of superheroes came out, and I love being there from the beginning. I love collecting number ones. Even though might not collect the whole run. I like number ones. And when this book came out, it blew me away. The artwork, I was like, oh man, who are these guys? It looked awesome. And then that last page that gave the reveal, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but the last page, I was like, holy, I didn't know who those people were, and it shocked me. It shocked me. So definitely check out the Thunderbolts. I was a huge fan of these. Also, when these guys premiered, I was, hell yeah, man. These guys first premiered in a Thor. Thor was fighting the Juggernaut, and these guys first premiered there, and they helped Thor out. I was happy, man. Look, new characters. I was all about that. I was always about new characters, new design.
New Warriors, and X Force were where it was at when we were kids.
Yes, this guy was your basic Batman type dude. Speedball. This is the guy that instigated Civil War. This is the guy that with Nitro and all that. Yeah, these are the guys that were chasing.
That made me so sad for Speedball. So
yeah,
sad.
yeah. He's got it because he was like the most lovable dude, and then goes what? Penance? He turned into Penance or something like that.
And then eventually he came back. It was Nova. Nova's like, Robbie, what happened to you?
Yeah. And this was Namor's cousin, I think, right? Namorita. Cousin. And look, Firestar.
Yep.
From Spider-Man: The Amazing Friends.
Yeah. By the way, you know how like as a kid you will have some weird comic book crushes?
Yeah.
So I had such a comic book crush on Vance Astrovic, on Marvel Boy and his future self. And for some reason I really felt like Marvel Boy was gay, but like no, he was hanging out with Firestar and he's another mutant. Yeah. And but then when we find out the storyline where he time travels and sees his father who's being beaten for being gay and tells us, even though he knows he could be removed from existence, he tells his father to go and follow his happiness, right?
Oh, nice.
And his father goes and lives out the same exact life he lived anyway. But dude, that story killed me as a kid. Killed me. And then
he's got a crazy story.
No, his story his father was beating the hell out of him for being a mutant.
Yeah, for being a mutant. And also the 90s, late 80s, early 90s Guardians of the Galaxy run, he was part of that team. He was part of this team in modern times, and then they had him as an adult in the Guardians of the Galaxy in the future. So that was pretty cool.
And I love when they did the crossover, because future Vance Astrovic is like, I don't remember all this. He's like,
And I believe in that Guardians of the Galaxy run, he had Shield. He had Captain America's shield.
He did. He got Captain America's shield. He changed his uniform to look more like Captain America's. He was banging Alita. I mean, he had everything going on,
Nice. So also I love team ups.
Yes.
So when this book came out, I was happy as hell, man.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you ever get to check out the animated version of this story, it's pretty fucking cool too. And the art matches. The animation art almost looks like the book. So good stuff. And Kevin Conroy, and was it George? George or the other guy? The guys who voiced the animated TV show.
Yeah, no, it's not George Newborn. It's Tim Daly did this one.
Tim Daly, yeah, the guy from Wings. That's right, the original voice. So these guys came back and they did the voices. Awesome stuff. So these are basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these are 5 books that are like team ups, a team. I love that stuff. This was
All
my
right,
new.
just so you know, that was not the pullout. What you did was
You to tell me.
you did the. I told you the pullout is one book. The Five Finger Shuffle is the 5 books.
You fucking let me ramble for 10 minutes and you don't say shit.
All right, no, I'm not gonna be rude to the guests like that. No way. No way.
Fuck that, it's your show. All right, guys, this is the pullout off the rack. But yeah, this was
that Superman commission. Hold on, let me just do this real quick. That is a Superman commission. It was a birthday gift from my friend Benny, and it is by Scott Eaton, who's worked on oh my god, he worked on some Defenders books and a lot of Marvel books. And it's funny because Benny had ordered a head sketch. Scott was running late, so to make it up to him and myself, because he knew it was a birthday gift, he did this full bust. And he was very, very happy. Scott Eaton reposted all of my stuff on his Instagram with how happy I was with it. So it was very exciting. Beautiful books. Yay. It is a great Avengers run. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I catch up with the chat, everybody. All right, sir. So this was your what does this Delato count as?
This is my pullout.
This is your pullout, which means
off the rack, yeah.
We're still left with one book you were really excited to add to your collection.
All right, the one book I'm really excited to add to the collection,
yes,
is right here. I had this book when I was a kid. I lost this book when I was a kid. I had the full-size poster on the wall. I had this huge poster on the wall and everything. I love Mike Zeck. I love fucking Ned Betty. I love these artworks. When I saw that poster in the comic books, I bought it at the comic book store, the poster. I bought the poster, whatever. I lost this comic book. I don't even remember what the fuck the story is about. I just remember this cover blew me away when I was a kid. Had that poster. I had another Wolverine poster. Wolverine was our Deadpool in the 80s. Before Deadpool came around, Wolverine was everywhere. Wolverine was the guy. Everybody.
Wolverine was everywhere for a long. Wolverine was so everywhere that they freaking killed him for 5 years at Marvel because they was trying to stick it at freaking Fox.
Yeah, and they had to let the other kids play. But I had lost this book. And then I found it. And you know where I found it again? I found it in a fucking dollar bin. I found it in the dollar bin. I don't know how much it's worth, but to me, it's worth a lot because it meant a lot to me. And literally, like growing up, I had all superhero posters that were, full-size posters. And I used to love this. My mom, and I had the other one with the classic Wolverine, with the famous pose with the arms. My mom would be like, "Why you like that devil? ¿Por qué? Es un diablo. Es un diablo." I'm like, "Mommy,
not a devil."
Yeah, my mom would be like, "Es un diablo." I'm like, "No, mommy, es un mutant. Es un mutant." Yeah,
For
but
real?
that's
how it
this is, I'm happy to get this back again. And I love the art, man. Mike Zeck, one of my favorite artists, bro. Look at this. To me, that's classic artwork right there. Got Wolverine in his brown outfit right there. I love this, man. I think I got to get that fucking poster again. Now I got to refund that poster.
It feels right.
Yeah. And I was a huge Captain America fan back then. Everybody loved X-Men in the 80s, right? X-Men, you couldn't deny that X-Men was the most popular thing in the 80s, right? But I was
well, comic book wise, it's 80s.
Comic book wise, yeah. They became a household name in the 90s with the cartoon.
Yes.
But in the comic books, X-Men ruled in the 80s, and I was a huge Captain America fan. Before Chris Evans and all that shit, I was a huge Cap fan, man.
Did people give you shit for it?
People always gave me shit, bro. Everybody, even my band, my drummer was a comic book dude. Said, "Dude, you read Captain America? What do you do, like apple pie and all that shit?" I'm like, "No, bro. The guy throws a shield. He protects everybody. You know what I'm saying?" But I loved it. I love Cap, and yeah, man, definitely. This is definitely one I'm happy I got back in my life.
That's amazing. So good. Like and it's such a great book. And by the way, no matter who crapped on you, Captain America back then, everybody loved that freaking annual. Everybody.
Yeah. And I killed that motherfucker anyway, so he's dead. So we're.
Yeah. Wait, he's what?
What?
What? Did you say he's dead now anyway?
What? Did I kill him? What?
No, you didn't kill the guy who gave you shit, did you?
Nobody puts Captain America in the corner. Nobody puts Captain America in the corner.
That's right. Nobody do that. Nobody do that. All right, everybody. George, it's been great. I think it's time for the Wheel of Names, and we're getting close to wrapping up our morning. I will just do a few more questions for you after this. All right, folks.
Wheel of Names.
I didn't see any new members. I jump in this morning, so. And there's how many of there are you? How many are in the membership currently? Because a lot of people bought. And by the way, if y'all win and you're one of the people that John paid for or Bruce paid for, you better thank them. You better thank them.
Yeah.
So we have 35 names on here. 35.
Here we go. Oh no. Here it goes.
Look at Ryan Riley is already
red. I see
We're
yellow.
Gonna do it.
12.
11. 10. 9. 8.
Handle this pressure.
7. 6. 5.
No. Oh no.
4. 3. 2. 1. Go.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops. All right.
Bravo.
That is awesome.
Reach out to me, sir, and let me know your address, or if you wish to price tag, or however you want to handle it. And Dante, you're getting some stuff. Canadian Survivalist is gonna get a Canadian Survivalist is getting an autographed book. He's getting a slab.
Nice.
So
could I have entered? I feel bad.
Anybody who's part of the membership could have entered. Anybody.
You see, I'm a guest. I felt bad. I didn't want to take it away from the fans. That's why.
I listen. I hear you, and
I love you.
I very much agree.
Free 99 is my middle name.
Yeah, right. Free. Right. Oh my God. My sister used to have this thing. If it's free, it's for me.
If it's for free, it's for me, baby.
Yeah. No, she loved it. And then she was like, and then one day she goes, wait a second. She's like, you know what? I'm going to change that a little bit because I feel like this is condoning hoarding, and I'm not living with this. I'm not living with all this stuff.
Going back to when you asked me about collecting, that's another thing. It's like you have to focus and funnel your hobbies, or else you end up being a hoarder.
Yes, and I'm halfway there. So
yeah, you're at the hoard part. You're at the hoard part.
No. That's a separate part of my life. I'm just right between, I'm just right between the what do you call it? The hoarding and the collecting. I'm like I'm dancing a fine line in the middle.
You're right. You're 5 slabs away from the intervention.
Yes.
The first intervention.
Oh my God, I didn't even know Canadian Survivalists had a real name, but okay. I'm letting him know he won the members giveaway. And oh my God, I still have so much stuff to mail out. Look at this. Triple G gifted 5 memberships. Well, all of that is going to be for the Black Cat and Catwoman in February. So congratulations to Lotor's Empire, Tyson J.E., Mama Bear Doll, Jay Delina, The Will Studio. Is that all 5? That's all 5. That's 5. Congratulations to your new membership. And Peter, thank you so much for contributing. I love you, man. You're the best. Let's see. Currently on the boarding stage. I'm currently, oh my God. Oh my God, this is my friend Dave. He is ratting me out because I'm between hoarding and collecting, and he's like, oh yeah, sure. He's seen the truth. It's more hoarding than collecting. He knows what's going on behind this wall. He knows. He's
two more Archies, and we're having an intervention over there.
It's true. It's true. Look, I'm currently at the hoarding stage of collecting. You are, by the way, dude. I love you, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did a poll in the chat. Let's see. We had 20 votes. I was like, which gave you the best childhood memories? And by 5% and 35%, G.I. Joe wins.
Wow.
Followed by He-Man.
Yeah, He-Man's I call He-Man the redheaded stepchild of the toy world.
That could be, but Transformers came in at 15% based on 20 votes. Very interesting. Best childhood memories are associated with G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, man. If you guys like G.I. Joe, I got a lot of G.I. Joe content on my channel. I got a lot of cool G.I. Joe content.
You got Masters of the Universe content. You got Transformers.
I love everything. I love life. I love sharing what I love. I don't like putting down. I don't like talking down. I don't talk about stuff I don't like. What's boring? That's boring. I don't like, I could critique something, but I don't like going on there and just talking about stuff. I'm not going to be like, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. No, if I don't like it, I'm going to talk about it. I like to have a party on my channel, right? Like you're doing here, having a good time. Everybody's doing great vibes and everything, talking about reminiscing and all that stuff. So yeah, man. So I love talking about on my channel. Like I said, we do music, we do travel, we do pop culture, comics, toys. Sometimes I cry about my dad when I'm talking about him. So it's always a lot of. I wear everything I say, man. You get me 100%. What I say here and how I act off. Me and Cliff, we talked for a good hour after our stream the other night, and we bonded. So I'm 100% what you see.
I was gonna say I don't know. I'm like 98% of what you see,
Yeah. There's parts we don't show, but yeah, but we're mostly there.
But I tell, it's really funny because I've had people who've met me in public and like, oh my God, Cliff, like you really are just like, this is you. Like, obviously, like maybe I'm a little crazier sometimes in public or, whatever, but like, I'm very like honest. Like I'll tell people flat out, they're like, how you doing? I'm like, my anxiety is through the fucking roof, but it's so good to see you right now. And I'm like, but I can't find my phone. So I'm going to run around like a maniac until I find it. And then I'll meet up with you later. Like, I'm like, oh, hug, picture, and then run.
Yeah.
That literally happened to me at HeroesCon. I want you to know. I am running 208,000 square feet, man. That's a lot. I'm running floor to floor, place to place, looking for my damn phone. My eyes are bugging out. People are like, oh my God, Cliff. Oh my God, come here. Hot photos. I'm like, I need my phone. I'm like, I'll see you later.
Yeah, and the HeroesCon was the first time I got to meet a lot of you guys in person. You know what I'm saying? You meet everybody in person, and then meeting freaking, Mark and Rob and Matt and all those guys. You meet everybody in person. And my problem is, like I told you the other night, when people don't use, like I'm 757 Hustle Show, but my name is George. So if I forget your real name, I'll be like, oh man, what's that guy's name? I know his handle, but I don't know his freaking name.
I'll do screen names. I don't care. I just try to be helpful. So this is really funny. I feel like you had more to say about hoarding. And not a fan of negative content. That's why I like Cliff stuff. I'll check you out, George. I gotta say, all of your most recent content I have found has just been none of, I'm staying away from that negative bullshit. You're like, I'm talking about my collecting and it's fun and that's it.
It is.
Which is what I'm a fan of, and nowadays I do everything in my power to stay away. If I hear about negative stuff, it's because people are sending me clips and they're like, I'm like, okay, Cliff brings positive energy. Cliff brings positive energy unless Tom Cruise.
If you can go watch. If you didn't meet me at HeroesCon, go to my channel and watch my HeroesCon. I got two of them. I got the one I edited, and I got my live one. I had my cousin follow me with the camera. Cousin Ricky followed me while I had my microphone interviewing everybody right there on the spot. I love talking to people. I get so excited. I'm not a cloud chaser, whatever. If I don't like it, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody say to me, "Hey man, what do you think about this?" I'm like, it's not my thing. I'm not the guy that goes, "That sucks." I'm just like, it's not my thing. To me, life is a buffet. There's steak, there's vegetables, there's this, there's desserts, there's everything. There's a plethora of food for everybody. And you pick what you like and you enjoy what you like. And you don't have to shit on the guy next to you because he's eating greens while you're eating a steak. We all got stuff. But
absolutely. Did we cover everything? Is there anything you want to promote before we wrap?
Let me bring the graphic up one more time.
Okie dokie.
Please. All right, so this is the logo, Second 57 Hush Show. It's stuff we like to do on the channel. Mondays, I like to do Reaction Chamber, covering up the weekend, movies, if you're into movies and pop culture stuff. And we also like to do what we call the FNUs. On Tuesday, for my toy collectors, we got them toys. Sometimes I'm opening up stuff that I had. I'm showing off old stuff. People are showing up their toys. So definitely, if you're into toys, that's what we do on Tuesday nights. Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. I know you guys like the books. Same thing. We go spin the rack, see what's on the rack, what's on the shop, all that. Thursdays, we're getting ready for Masters of the Universe. We're getting ready for that. So we're doing Thursdays. We're dedicating to Chronicles of Grayskull. Last week, I got a massive 80s retro haul. I couldn't believe it. I am still shocked about that haul, which I'll be breaking down. And Friday is our free-for-all, man. Sometimes we'll have a band, interviews, just hanging out like we're doing here, man. So definitely check it out. It's a 757 Hustle Show. I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube. If you guys want to come on, if you guys want to share or promote anything, I've had Kickstarters on. I've had musicians on. We had Ray Lum from Las Vegas, from the Vegas shows. So definitely check out the channel. There's a lot of bit of everything, of nothing for everybody. Thank you.
I like that. By the way, those booty shorts, I remember them from, I saw that in North Carolina.
They were actually, they have them everywhere, but that was actually when we were in Vegas. That was actually when we were in Vegas. Yeah, and they had them everywhere. They had, the one I wish I would have bought was the one that says, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. I freaking love that shirt.
I love that shirt too. That shirt is full of shit, but I love that shirt.
Yeah. I was going to get you the one that says, "I'm not gay," but then it says, "Yes, I am gay, but $20 is $20. But definitely, those booty shorts are crazy everywhere. I don't know how people take their kids to Vegas. It's like an adult Disney.
Yeah, like usually you play it smart and you find like the fun casino to jump the kids at, right? Let them do rides and shit, and then you run and you go do all the cool stuff, But I think most people in their finite wisdom are like, yeah, we're going to Vegas. We ain't taking the kids. It's like your mom is watching them, right? Your mom has got the kids this week, right?
I would drop them off at grandma's. Before, one last thing I want to share. One of my favorite books, because I am a big He-Man nut. One of my favorite books is the comic book version of the original movie that came out in '87. So the original movie came out in '87.
Differ a lot.
Yeah. So they actually drew in the comic books. Sorry about the glare, guys. The comic book version drew them the way they actually look. We're going to be breaking down on the channel too. So this is one of my favorite books. I love He-Man. I want to tell people, go to my channel. One other thing we're going to be doing Motu 101. So if you don't know anything about He-Man, I'm going to be doing fun segments just like this. And we're going to be talking about and relearning about He-Man. So that way, when the movie comes out, we all have the power together. Fuck yeah, baby.
Do you want to know what's messed up about the Masters of the Universe comic book? Do you notice in the final issues, Skeletor looks like movie Skeletor?
Yeah, I think they're trying to.
Like, I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know if they were trying to course correct on the product line or whatever, but I was so pissed to see the last couple of issues, like Skeletor is dressed like movie Skeletor. And I'm like, why?
Yeah. It looks good, man. It looks good. I would like, there's so many reactions and stuff, but
Peter says he picked up a load of He-Man mini comics. The art in them is stunning.
Yo, He-Man box art. The box art, what was it? Alcada? Okay, I forgot the guy's name, the artist's name. Amazing stuff. So hey, look, let me show you one last thing I got that you would appreciate this.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys seen this. I saw it at Ollie's. Ollie's is a
Oh, the
discount
Art of
store
George
here.
Perez. Or wait, no, this is not the Art of George Perez. Which one's this? It's the portfolio of George Perez.
So
Wow.
hold on. Yeah, and I just wanted to show it up. Look, I know you're tired. Look at that. I know you're.
Oh, I know. New Teen Titans #1 banger.
Yeah, man. I'm like, hell yeah. Now I'm gonna have to open these up and put them on the walls behind me. There's a. So I just wanted to show this up. I find if you're into these type of big books, they had them on Ollie's. I guess that's all the ones they have in the back. You got Titans,
Yeah,
right? You got
but I can't remember the last time that I saw a poster book that looked like that. That's so cool. All my favorite Legion Superboy Returns to the Legion is on there too.
Oh, you like that one? Let me get the full. I'll get the full one for you, brother. I got you. Hold on. The only guy I know that likes Legion of superheroes. Here we go.
I'm one of them. We have others. Look at that. Superboy Return.
Let me get it.
Beautiful. Such a great cover. And he made Superboy look like Superboy. Look.
What was it, $9? Look at that.
As soon as I get my car back, I'm gonna do a tour of the Ollies. You know,
Mommy, I'm going to the Ollies.
Yeah, I know, right? She'll be like, "What are you doing all day?" I'm like, "I'm shopping for comics. Leave me alone." She'll just roll her eyes. Dude, every time a box shows up at the door, breathing, rolling her eyes, nonstop criticism, and I was like, "Oh my god! If I wanted to be married, I would have just forced myself to be heterosexual."
Watching Ollie's. Ollie's is a discount store. I don't know where you're at, but it's a Ollie's discount. So when stuff goes on clearance in the bigger like Walmart and Target, they smaller stores like Ollie's and Ross and every state's got their local discount store, Roses. So Ollie's is that, and so whatever discount store you have, go to there. That's where you find stuff. You might even know. Ross was amazing this whole Christmas. Ross gets all these freaking action figures and they're selling them for $5.
Ross was insane. I was like, we just got a Ross. And I was like, what? I was like, Ross has comics. I was like, oh, snap, what's happening?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of great stuff at Ross, man. That just by, I'm going in there just to buy something else. And I'm like, holy moly, look at this. This is nice.
All right, we're gonna give you guys a little taste of Ollie's right now.
Ollie's, great stuff, cheap.
Exactly, Ollie's great stuff. And do you belong to the membership program where they do the Sunday night specials?
No, I didn't know. I wasn't aware.
Oh yeah, they do. All right, so here's my little video of Ollie's.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Oh wait, where's the thingy?
Definitely a great place to go to if you're trying to get into comic books for the first time.
Maybe I want to kill the music. Well, like, look at all the superhero stuff just slapped up on the wall.
Graphic novels, everything. Yeah, they have a whole section. Yeah.
That was an art show, artist. Oh, here, this was my other Ollie's video.
Was that cookbooks, cooking for one?
Yep.
Yeah, look, 10-pack. They had 10 packs. The bundles. I used to love those bundles back in the day. Back in the day.
This is Five Below for anybody interested. And dude, I was so pissed. There was not one comic book pack in my Five Below. Everything there was comic book adjacent. I was mad. I was really mad. Oh, look, some videos. The old me.
You look mad there. Look how mad you are.
I was so cute.
So cute. Qué bonito, mijo.
Yeah. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap up here. Thank you all for joining us. George, thank you for being here. I had a wonderful time on your show. I had a wonderful time on this show. Why do I still have the banner running? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Check George out, the 757 Hustle Show on Instagram, on YouTube. I'm a big fan of Friday nights, but go check out his whole schedule. Give him some likes, give him some subs, show him some love. And of course, remember, read your comics, and I love you. Until